guys, welcome back. I know it's been a long time.
It's been a whole year, I think.
Just about.
Pretty much.
At the same time. And it's due to the fact that we're always on such a crazy touring schedule. So please forgive us for not really doing anything pretty much this entire year. Sorry.
Yeah, I know we had a tour together, and even then we couldn't do a Shred Talk on the road, huh?
Yeah. I think we did maybe like an online one, but yeah, that's about it.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah. So we actually had a request to show you guys how we construct songs, mainly for how we compose riffs and licks. So pretty much, I like to do a lot of things with like the root note, with power chord. Start off with something like that maybe, depending on the key that we're working on. It could be like, right now we did something in A.
A good old A minor, you can't go wrong with that. Good range, you could do a lot of chords in there. Cover pretty much different parts of that scale with open strings, which makes it sound good. A lot of, for thrash or rock. That's the riff, right? So, and then, you know what I mean? So it sounds good. Very good for thrash and a lot of kinds of music, I guess. That, that pedal sounds good.
Definitely. To make the riffs more exciting, so to say, I pretty much go with, like, if we're in a minor key, like let's say we're doing like the A right now. You can pretty much use all of those notes to make up like a something like that. Yeah, something exciting.
Yeah,
branches out of like the whole. I think that's what a lot of people are kind of having problems with, making melodies and harmonies and things like that.
Oh yeah, I mean the driving force would be just find a rhythm that you could repeat. I guess every measure or so, and kind of every repetition give a little variety, and you pretty much could. That's pretty much what you use. Molecules of music are pretty much rhythm with some hints of melody here and there, at least for riffs, because solos. I mean, you could just pretty much run up and down scales out. That'll sound cool. We're known for that.
Yeah.
But for rhythms, it's for riffs, it's mostly rhythm based. So kind of accentuate those parts. Should we show it now, like the parts?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna run through this awesome little short clip, and hope you guys enjoy it. And there you have it. That was pretty easy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward, I think. Right? I think so.
Pretty much. Mainly, what?
Well,
3 different changes?
Yeah, well, minus all the fucking noodles.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's Shred Talk. You can't have Shred Talk without a little shreddiness in there, I guess. But
Exactly.
But yeah, it's not too crazy. You shouldn't overdo it with the riff, I think. Right? Sometimes less is more, as the saying goes.
Yeah, until we added more.
Until we added, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, the opening riff is pretty much an A, and it goes with like any kind of That whole thing. It's a very
upbeat rock and roll.
Yeah. It's been used in like kind of like Hit the Lights and Overkill and pretty much a lot of thrash, essentially, but in our own way. Right?
Yeah, because I mean it's like it's hard to be like completely original, right? Everything's kind of been done, but to kind of be as original as you could be, I don't know if that makes sense. Like that's the driving force, right? That upbeat kind of thing going on, keeping everything together.
Yeah. But
what kind of keeps it all going beyond that is a variety of the rhythm here. Sorry. That it lands on the accent, right? Like da 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 da. So that is being used the whole time. The next time you hear it is so it's a same rhythm, just different chords being used. So the second time it's more simple. It's actually just straightforward, right? Kind of just using the G the whole time. Oh, not there, I guess. But yeah, so the first time is a little more nasty sounding.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, that provides variety and still being, you know, familiar because you hear that same rhythm almost immediately after that. And then, yeah, what do we do? We repeat that again and then do the same thing. I think, yeah. Kind of a little cadence on the ending on that chord, the G chord, which allows for loops, you know, going back and forth. Yeah, I think it's, you know, makes it kind of catchy, you know, providing some variety with the same rhythm the whole time.
And also adding in like the Randy Rhoads kind of.
Yeah, you can always add fills too. That's a cool thing, right? If you have a longer pause and when your riff's just gonna go for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. And then too, like, I mean, we even got that part from like, you know, Ozzy Osbourne's Bark and Moon. You know, so pretty much another good song in A.
Oh yeah, good songs.
Awesome.
I know a lot of good rock and jams are in A minor. I think I like that key. It's a good rock key, you know.
Definitely.
Something about it.
So let's talk about the turnaround.
Oh yeah, and then I guess that's kind of like a verse. I hear like verse stuff going on in there. Maybe Luna should sing on this.
We'll see.
It's kind of like a verse riff, and then the next part is kind of a chorusy kind of thing. It's, you know, the basic chord progression is F major, and then an inversion of the D major chord, which is the F sharp and the bass, G major, and then yet another inversion of E major, which goes back to, you know, so it sounds, you know, pleasing to the ear and provides some variety too, harmonically. But the rhythms are still being used somewhat. You hear the, which you do hear with the, right, so that is being used right here. It's just one chord. And then you hear the same rhythm of with the, so, sorry, sloppy. Right, so you got some melody going on there with the same rhythm, so, and then, that's probably the only new thing going on, right? So, and then repeat again in that part of the scale.
And then Conan does there. He has like this like little upbeat to like the.
Oh yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. So it goes down up and then two, if you want to think of it as an even like simpler way, because I'm not too, you know, informative with like music theory. You can just think of it as going up chromatically, back into the A, right there.
It has a cool, like a pulling sensation, right? Like it's going to a definite location. That's a cool thing about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like chromatic stuff.
And then it just resolves back into the A. Hits home.
And then, oh yeah, and then we have a kind of a bridge going to a middle part. You know, writing songs usually has, you know, I don't know what I'm saying, always has a middle part to kind of provide variety for the rest of the piece. And to further emphasize that, it's good to go to a different part of the scale. We kind of already did that with the chromatic part, right?
Yeah.
It goes different chord, different kind of structure.
Definitely.
This next part, to transition to it, we use the same rhythm as the, maybe a little sooner. Something like that, I forgot what I did. And then to link to the next part, which uses that same idea, that same rhythm, but in a different area of the key of the scale. So instead of an A or an F, as we did here, we'll focus around the E part. So we go. Some Jakey Lee stuff.
Yeah.
If you want, right now, just for style, I guess, you know.
Definitely. And that's what you filled in for the clean part.
Yeah.
Inside here.
Something like that, right? That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sounds nice.
and that's where cleans can really fill out your songs, especially if you're recording. It just fills out that empty space to make it sound fuller, and especially if you have like two guitars, you can really do some cool like octaves and all that other stuff, which is really awesome in a mix.
Oh yeah, he's got all this chuggy shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of make it space out a bit. It's pretty cool. It was his idea. No.
Yeah. Yeah, and then in between those parts, Conan just rips with like.
Oh yeah, just following the chord. What I did was a B flat major. It doesn't fit in the scale really. It's I mean it fits, I guess, in the Phrygian of A minor. It's not too. It doesn't sound too off, right? It's like the tritone. But I used it as a major chord, and I pretty much just do repeat it all over A, B flat, D, F. It fits over that. Going back to E major, I guess, right there. And it's harmonized as a... I forget. There you go. Ooh, something like that. Same idea, just starting on C instead. Pretty much in thirds, you know. Instead of doing that, I'll do the actual B flat there. You can do it either way. Whatever sounds good to your ears. But you know, if you land on a note part of the chord you're playing in the background, it'll sound good for sure. You could always use that as a basis.
Yeah, and then that's the thing too. It's really important to use your ear. So if it actually sounds good and you're worried, too much about if you're in the right key or not, just use your ear.
Yeah, just go with it. Yeah,
if it sounds good, then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. After it resolves into that, it goes back into the
chord progression. Awesome chord progression. Yeah. The chromatic one. Of course, with some riffing behind it. Same idea there. I just didn't go out of the box there. I just did same notes part of those chords, right? That's not even part of this.
Sweeping.
Yeah. Episode, but
yeah.
We'll say that for another episode, I guess. But but either way, everything is being used. Everything that is being used is already there from the beginning, right? The rhythms are there, right? Or the rhythms are there in the right.
It gives the song tension,
Oh yeah.
Where it's not just the same thing in A. It gives the song more room to breathe, and it definitely changes the song, so it doesn't sound like it's
too static, right? Like
exactly
not going anywhere. So that's all it is, really. Just apply, certain rhythms that you think sound good and catchy. Repeat them with variety, and repeat them in different parts of the scale, and you'll hear where it should go, wherever you please, wherever you think sounds best. And it's not too hard. Just apply whatever basic rhythm, something that's common is a good start. Like right now we're using like 80s kind of style, rockin' kind of riffs, and I don't know. I don't think I've heard this before.
Yeah, it's a new one.
As a new piece, right? You hear it as a whole. It's like, well, it doesn't sound like anything really. I guess you tell us,
Yeah, definitely. And two, if you're stuck on a riff where you feel like you've heard it a million times, definitely try to change the drums too. with your drummer or on your computer program. You know, one riff can sound different dramatically with, you know, half-time tempo and or double time. So play around. It's music. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're mad scientists. We're just this works. Yeah, whatever. We have to choose though.
Yeah.
So that's the fun part.
Yeah,
choosing which one to stick with. Right.
Exactly. So cool. Well, to sum it up, keep practicing. We made this in less than a day, so if we can do it, you guys can do it.
So can you?
If you have any more questions, let us know in the comments below. Like it and dislike it. Follow us on all of the good social media networks and
all that fun
pages.
stuff.
Yeah.
Don't dislike it, please.
Exactly. Yeah. we're very sensitive.
Yeah.
So
Crybabies.
yeah. Until next time, we'll see you guys next year in 2017.
It's gonna be a good year.
Definitely. So shred on.
Shred forth.